So our journey starts off in London. Our first stop was this little astrology shop, which was full of crystals and books and all sorts of neat little things. I'm a big fan of rocks and shiny things, so this store was pretty amazing in my opinion. I think some of my favorite things in this shop were all the little animals carved out of stone. I think they were pretty neat. I ended up getting this little seer stone because I thought it was super cute. After that, we headed to a little market area, but I only got this one clip of journals there. And then we were off to Chinatown to find ramen and boba. They had all of these lanterns up for Chinese New Year, and I got about 1 million clips of them because I thought they were super pretty. The place that we ate at was below street level and it was under another restaurant, so we walked in next to this restaurant and then had to go down some stairs to get to this place. And besides being just a restaurant, it was also like a little Asian market, so they had a bunch of fun stuff besides food there. But before browsing the shop, we wanted to get lunch, and I settled on this vegan ramen, which was made with soy milk, and it was super tasty. And after eating lunch, it was time to browse the Asian market. I always like looking at all the cute housewares and stuff. And all the cute bento box stuff makes me feel like I absolutely need to get a bento box. Like, they just have all the stuff that you would need to make an adorable bento box, plus cookbooks for them. For the most part, everything in the grocery store area was stuff I had seen before, but I did find some unusual items like salad and roast flavored pretz. Unfortunately though, I couldn't try either of them because they weren't vegan, but I really wanted to. We also found cute Gudetama chocolate, and we found Hello Kitty nori sheets, which were both fun. And then some more unusual standout items were crunchy mushrooms, vegan tofu jerky, and this coffee jelly. And then there was also a bunch of ready-to-eat food for, I guess, if you didn't want to eat the hot food from the cafe. And they did have a pretty good vegan selection. I found these two like sushi rolls which are vegan, and I think that there were a lot more things besides that as well that I just didn't get little clips of. And then we had a little walk around Chinatown on our way to a donut shop where we could get vegan donuts. This donut shop's called Donut Time, and not all their donuts are vegan, but they do have a pretty good number of vegan ones. I chose this one called the Crumbledore, which is apple and blackberry jam filled, and it has like a pie crumble topping. Here's a clip from when we got back home to eat our donuts. So I got the Crumbledore, and my sibling got one that I think had cookie dough on it. I don't remember the name of the one that they chose. But they were both really good. I loved mine. I love jam donuts, and it's not really all that often that I get to have a vegan donut, so I liked it a lot. And cut back to walking around London. Our next stop was to get boba tea at Cupacha, and I got hot boba tea in winter melon flavor, and I cannot find hot boba tea in Florida, for some reason, so it was very exciting for me to be able to get it here. And with our boba tea in hand, it was time to head over to Camden Town. This was my second time in Camden Town, and I love coming here because all the shops are so cool and interesting. On this main street here, a lot of the shops have these like weird sculptures coming off the front of their buildings, which I think is pretty neat. And of course I had to look at all the cool edgy shoes, and I really wanted to get some, but they were all like 200 pounds and like crazy prices like that, so I just couldn't justify it. And then we headed over to the Camden Town Market, which had all these little vendor booths, and I couldn't really film here, so I just got this clip of like the main market area. We also stumbled upon this vagina museum, which I didn't film inside of, but it was pretty neat and educational. But here's a clip of a cute bird instead. Then we moved on to the Cyberdog store, which I was super excited for because everything inside is like neon and black lights and glowing, and it's just such a fun aesthetic. I've never been to a rave or anything, but just being in this store makes me want to go to one so that I can get one of these cool outfits and have somewhere to wear it to. And that was the end to our day in London. So next, this might not be as exciting to everyone else, but I was super hyped just to go to a grocery store. There's just something about going to a grocery store in a foreign country that is just so thrilling to me. Also, the UK has such a wild amount of vegan options. I wish I could have tried more stuff, but obviously I didn't have enough time to try everything. Also, the American section of a UK grocery store is just bizarre. They had Snapple, jerky, Reese's brand products, weird, like jars of hot dogs, Skippy peanut butter. Just kind of weird to see what foods were American enough to end up in the American food section. And then we got to browse the candy and snack aisle, found some vegan cheese and onion chips, which I ended up getting. Thought it was kind of weird that the Doritos flavors had different names than in America. And then there was just an abundance of prawn-flavored chips, which was interesting. I guess it's a popular flavor. And there were all these Asian-inspired Pringles flavors, which I would have tried if they were vegan. I don't think that we have these in the US, but they looked interesting. I stared longingly at the pickle-flavored Monster Munch for a while. And then also stared longingly at all of the delicious candy that I cannot have because it is not vegan. Made friends with a llama cake. And really exciting, found some vegan custard, which I didn't try, but I wish we had that in the US. Once we found the vegan candy section, me and my sibling picked out a bunch of vegan candy options for us to try. And when we were done with our snack haul, we headed back home to feast. I didn't get any clips of us actually trying any of these, but everything that I tried was pretty good. The rest of the videos I took are from our stay in Harrogate, which was lovely, but mostly cold and rainy the whole time we were there. You know, very English. But we still had a good time. We spent this day walking around, doing a little shopping, a little sightseeing. It did rain on us at one point, and our umbrella broke, but it was a pretty good trip anyways. I've always loved this building's aesthetic. It's all like black and gold. This one is the Royal Pump Room. I think it's like a natural spring or something, and the water here is like very high in minerals, and it absolutely tastes and smells like eggs, but it's supposed to be really good for you. And then we headed to Farrah's sweet shop where we could stock up on hella candy. They also have like all kinds of Harry Potter and like Game of Thrones merch and stuff, which is fun to look at. And I was actually surprised to find vegan gummies here. I feel like I don't see vegan gummies very often. And then there were all these like tea containers, which I thought were super cute. I still want one, but I didn't want to take up all the space in my luggage by bringing a box home. Saw some crocuses which were about to bloom and a pretty cool tree. And then another store that I like to look at when I'm there is Betty's, which is a tea shop. And they have this cool window display with like chocolate and pastries, but it was too crowded for us to actually like get into the store. We got to check out this cool old church just on our way walking around. And then since I work at Starbucks, I wanted to check out what Starbucks in England is like. And they have a lot of vegan options, which I'm super jealous of because I pretty much just can't eat anything at work, you know? I got one of these vegan pistachio bars, and my sibling got a mermaid tail sugar cookie. I also got a hazelnut macchiato with oat milk. Still waiting on oat milk to come to the East Coast, but it's really good. I liked it a lot. And then also the pistachio bar I think was really good, and I wish we had that in the US. And then on our last day in Harrogate, it actually snowed, which was super pretty, but it did make traveling a disaster. But that concludes our little England adventure. Thanks for watching!